Dear fat people, enough excuses. This is my response to that video made by Nicole Arbour, and I'm not exactly a big fan of her video. I don't agree with everything about her video, but I'm gonna give my own little take, my own little spin to that video. So as I was saying, enough. Enough of the excuses. I'm tired of them. You're tired of them. Everyone is tired of them. The whole body positive movement is nothing but a joke. All it does is make enablers out of people. All it does is encourage and enable this self-destructive behavior. Obesity can cause various diseases, people, including heart disease, type 2 diabetes, sleep apnea, asthma, cancer, etc. And it is the most public health problem of the 21st century, and in 2013 the American Medical Association classified obesity as, guess what, people? A disease. So in other words, to all of you body positive enablers out there, you are literally responsible for the spread of an actual disease, meaning you are literally, by definition, a plague. Look, I'm not saying you have to look like a supermodel or a pro athlete, Batman, Superman, or a comic book hero. But gravity doesn't lie, people. And let's not forget about the kids here. Saying that fat is beautiful does nothing but teach kids that it's okay to be unhealthy. Now, you may have a beautiful personality, but as far as your body goes, no. It's ugly. It's unnatural. It's unhealthy. And I'm sorry. To me, a parent with an obese child is nothing short of a parent and child abuse. Children do not have jobs. Children do not buy food. Children do not cook food. So when I see an overweight, obese child, I see parents that simply don't care. Parents that don't care about their child's physical health. Parents that don't care about their child's mental health. Kids don't know any better, and kids are cruel. Yet some parents don't seem to care if their kid is that fat kid getting bullied in school. Now, I'm not trying to bag on fat people here, but come on. Smokers hear all the time how bad smoking is, and you don't see smokers complaining. There's a commercial each and every time you turn on your TV telling you how bad smoking is, what smoking does, how it affects you. It makes you stink. It makes you smell. How restaurants and hotels have separate rooms and separate areas for smoking and non-smoking. Laws passed to put age limits and restrictions on people smoking. Yet, that is perfectly acceptable. And it's perfectly acceptable to shame cigarettes and the people that smoke them. To call them nasty, to call them disgusting, to say that they smell bad, that they're unhealthy, etc. Yet if you call a fat person unhealthy, oh man, sound the alarm. Unhealthy is unhealthy. Whether you're obese or you smoke cigarettes, you're unhealthy. Don't discriminate, remember? Don't discriminate. Now, a lot of you seem to treat obesity and this whole obesity epidemic like it's a race issue. It's not. Obesity is not a race, and it's not an ethnicity. Your race is something you were born into. It's something that you are born as. You can't change that. But you can change being obese. You can change being fat. You can change being unhealthy. Again, it's just another excuse. See, I don't get fat people. You disrespect yourselves. You disrespect your bodies each and every day by being unhealthy. Yet if someone else disrespects you for the same reason, you have a problem with it. You can do it to yourself, but if somebody else calls you on it, you have a problem. And again, another excuse. The one I especially hate the most is this one. I don't have time. I don't have time to eat healthy. I don't have time to exercise. I just don't have time. And yet this excuse is coming from the people I see on these huge YouTube blog channels with over 100,000 subs, millions of views, and multiple uploads each and every day. So I'll say the exact same thing I told the gaming community that claims they don't have enough time to play games. If you have the time to be on YouTube, and yet you're claiming you don't have the time to exercise or eat right, guess what? You have the time. You simply just don't have the priorities. All the sports I've played throughout my entire life, baseball, basketball, anytime I would talk back to the coach, oh, keep running. But coach, I'm tired. If you can talk, you're not tired. If you have time to talk, you have time to run. It's not that hard. It's just that easy. How about you actually spend some of that time more towards getting healthy and less time pandering to your YouTube audience and your YouTube crowd? Trying to make yourself feel better, trying to build a support system. Less time on YouTube, more time getting healthy. It's not that hard. Now, I understand some people have certain medical conditions. For example, thyroid issues that can cause them to gain weight or sustain weight and not be able to lose weight. But outside of things like that, again, there is just way too many excuses. I've torn my right knee up 16 times. I've torn my left knee up 4 times. I've been rehabbing my knee every day, 1 to 2 hours a day since last July. It's miserable. It's painful. But I do it and I push through it. So don't tell me you can't. Don't tell me you can't, because I doubt you've had a fraction of the physical trauma and the physical injuries that I've been exposed to in my life. Now, I don't believe people should just go out there and crap on fat people. Make fun of them, go at them, disrespect them, call them names. But that goes beyond just being fat shaming. That's just being disrespectful behavior, period. But the reality is this, people. This is the generation of participation trophies. This is the generation of everybody should be a winner. We're taught to work hard and achieve goals, to study hard and to do well in school. Yet when it comes to health and weight loss, all those rules, they just magically get thrown out the window. Now imagine if we treated school like we treated obesity. People wouldn't care if they got S. People wouldn't care if they failed. They'd complain and say they're getting shamed for being stupid, and that people should accept them for being stupid and not dedicated to studying and trying to do better in school. But we know that wouldn't happen, right? Their parents would simply say, study harder and work harder. But when it comes down to weight and losing weight and weight loss, it's never work harder. It's never try harder. Failure is simply accepted. Responsibility is never taken. People continue to feel victimized when they themselves are majority at fault. So to close this one out, I'll answer the questions most people are probably going to ask in the comment section. Why do you care? Why call people out over this? How does this affect you? Probably for the same reason people call out smokers. People don't want to see the spread of an unhealthy lifestyle being accepted as the norm and passed down to our younger generations. People, realize that this is the first generation of children that have a projected lifespan that is less than that of their parents of the prior generation. And the economy isn't great either, people. We're spending billions on increased healthcare due to this obesity epidemic. And when it comes out of my pocket, yeah, I do care.